Let's all just take a deep breath together. Are you good? Because I'm not. I don't think any member of the Chicago Fire family is okay right now. After that last episode, the silence in my living room was deafening, broken only by the sound of my own heart pounding in my ears. The credits rolled, but the story didn't feel over. In fact, it felt like a crucial, beautiful, irreplaceable chapter had just been slammed shut right in our faces. We have to talk about Christopher Herrmann. For over a decade, Firehouse 51 hasn't just been a collection of characters on a TV show. It's been a sanctuary for us, the viewers. A place we go every week to feel a sense of family, courage, and unwavering loyalty. And at the very center of that family, holding it all together with gruff wisdom, a perpetually exasperated sigh, and a heart bigger than the city of Chicago itself, has always been Herrmann. He's not just a firefighter. He's the firehouse dad. He's the worn-in leather armchair in the corner, the guy you know will always be there. Until now. Maybe. The screen went black, leaving us with a gut-wrenching image that's now burned into our collective memory. Herrmann, our Herrmann, down. Unresponsive. The chaos of the fire fading into the background as the focus narrowed on one man's terrifying stillness. The panicked shouts of his brothers and sisters at 51, especially the raw, unfiltered terror in Mouch's voice, echoed what all of us were feeling. It was a scene of pure, unadulterated shock. This can't be happening. Not to him. Not like this. The internet exploded, of course. Hashtags started trending. Fan forums went into a meltdown. Every corner of the fandom is asking the same two questions, laced with a potent mixture of fear and disbelief. Is David Eigenberg leaving Chicago Fire? And have we truly seen the last of Lieutenant Christopher Herrmann? To even contemplate a Firehouse 51 without Herrmann feels fundamentally wrong. It's like imagining a ship without its rudder, a family without its patriarch. To understand the depth of this potential loss, we have to look back at who Christopher Herrmann really is. He's so much more than just the seasoned veteran who's seen it all. He is the soul of 51. Think about it. From the very beginning, Herrmann has been our anchor to the real world. While others dealt with spy-level drama or whirlwind romances, Herrmann was the guy worried about putting his 5 kids through school, trying to get a harebrained business idea off the ground, and offering unsolicited, often comically flawed, life advice over the common room table. He was, and is, beautifully, stubbornly human. He's the entrepreneur who, alongside Otis and Dawson, poured his life savings and endless sweat into creating Molly's, a scruffy little bar that became a character in its own right. A place for celebration, for mourning, for hashing things out over a beer. Molly's is the physical extension of Herrmann's own heart, a place where everyone is welcome, and everyone is family. What is Molly's without its founding father behind the bar, wiping down a glass and telling some young firefighter to get their head on straight? He's the mentor. Oh, what a mentor he is. He's not the quiet, profound type like Bowden, or the technically brilliant type like Severade. Herrmann's mentorship is loud, messy, and comes from a place of pure, unadulterated love. He saw the potential in a young, insecure Mills. He took Gallo under his wing, trying to temper his impulsive recklessness with hard-earned wisdom. He formed an unlikely but beautiful bond with Ritter, becoming one of his fiercest protectors and champions. He was the one who pushed Stella Kidd to believe in herself, to see the officer within. His belief in others is a force of nature, and countless members of 51 are better firefighters and better people, because Herrmann saw something in them before they saw it in themselves. And of course, he's the family man. His love for his wife, Cindy, has been one of the most enduring and realistic portrayals of marriage on television. Their journey has been our journey. We celebrated their victories, and we held our breath through Cindy's cancer battle, a storyline that showcased the true depth of Herrmann's devotion. His fear, his helplessness, his unwavering strength for her. It was a masterclass in emotional acting from David Eigenberg and a testament to the character's core. He is a man defined by his love for his family, both the one at home and the one at the firehouse. Losing a character like that isn't just losing a familiar face. It's a seismic shift that would fracture the very foundation of the show. The ripple effects would be catastrophic. Can you imagine Mauch without his best friend, his partner in crime, his fellow old-timer to complain about the new generation with? Their bond is one of the most cherished relationships on the show. The easy banter, the shared history, the profound, unspoken understanding. Between them, losing Herrmann would leave an unfillable void in Mauch's life, and frankly, in the show's comedic and emotional balance. What about Chief Bowden? Bowden relies on Herrmann not just as a capable lieutenant, but as a loyal friend and a trusted sounding board. Herrmann is one of the few people who will tell Bowden the unvarnished truth, even when it's hard. He is part of the old guard, the bedrock upon which Bowden built his firehouse family. And the new generation, Gallo, Ritter, Violet, they would be adrift. Who would give them the terrible but well-intentioned advice? Who would they look to for a story about the good old days? Who would be the grumpy, lovable uncle figure who always has their back, no matter what? So, where do we go from here? The showrunners have left us in a painful, agonizing limbo. Let's break down the possibilities, from the most heartbreaking to the most hopeful. The worst-case scenario: a hero's farewell. The most devastating outcome is that Herrmann doesn't make it. He succumbs to his injuries, dying in the line of duty, the way every firefighter dreads. It would be a truly shocking and powerful storyline, one that would send shockwaves through the One Chicago universe for years to come. The funeral would be unbearable to watch. The grief would be palpable. It would honor the character's legacy as a hero, but it would leave a scar on the show that might never fully heal. For many fans, this is simply unthinkable. The bittersweet possibility: a medical retirement. Perhaps he survives, but the injuries are too severe for him to ever return to active duty. This feels like a classic Chicago Fire move. It would allow for a deeply emotional storyline where Herrmann has to grapple with losing the job that defined him. He would have to find a new purpose, a new identity. This scenario allows for David Eigenberg to make guest appearances. We could still see him at Molly's, offering advice from his bar stool, forever a part of the family but no longer riding on Truck 81. It would be sad, but it wouldn't be goodbye. It would be a new chapter, a painful evolution that reflects the real-life dangers of the job. The hopeful outcome: the miracle on 51st Street. And then there's the possibility we are all clinging to with every fiber of our being. This is a classic, heart-stopping cliffhanger, a head fake. It's what television does best. It pushes us to the absolute brink of despair before pulling us back with a miraculous recovery.